I know some of y'all so busy going to see Beyonce or going to see your favorite artist, but do y'all really know what's going on in the world right now? Did y'all know that all these countries are having meetings and stuff and all of them are dropping the US dollar? Most of all our goods come from another country. For example, Saudi Arabia. We get our oil from Saudi Arabia, right? Say they dropped the dollar bill. I mean, all these countries, all these other countries falling in line. Like they all having meetings. They was all invited to basically drop the dollar bill. It's a company called BRICS, BRICS. Look it up. So when all these countries drop the dollar bill, you feel me, it's gonna cause inflation. You know what I'm saying? You know how gas is about $40, $50 to fill up your tank right now? It's gonna be about $150, $200 just to fill your tank up. A loaf of bread, it might run you about $30, $40. Y'all ever wonder why all these artists is having these farewell tours and all these goodbye tours? But they know what's finna happen, you feel me? Y'all running around here spending y'all last little money on their concerts just to see these people. These folks getting the last little bit of money they can out of everybody right now. And they gonna go trade their money in for Bitcoin or silver or gold. Because the dollar ain't gonna have no value no more. You ain't gonna be able to spend it nowhere. And when that happen, you know when people can't get what they want, they start taking it. They start rioting. They start waking up. You feel me? And that's when all the chaos gonna break out. But it need to happen, you feel me? Cause y'all so wrapped up in materialistic stuff. Everybody in competition, everybody trying to be better than the next person. Just wait though. Not to mention global warming. Yeah, go step outside. You ain't never felt no heat like this before, huh? Not to even mention COVID back on the rise. Oh, we could talk about the mosquito that just killed the 7-year-old kid in Alabama. Y'all know that they have genetically modified mosquitoes? Mosquitoes that they made in the lab? Yeah, it was approved. Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Y'all folk better start investing in it. Better start investing in some canned goods or something, cause it might be a dark winter. And it ain't no coincidence that something big gonna happen right before the election. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I hate to end up with 16 years for something I ain't do, or for speaking the truth.
How do you feel now?
Most of these celebrities are puppets who are being controlled by the elites to push certain agendas. It's almost like they conscience be fighting for their soul back. And y'all wonder why these celebrities change so much. Because somebody else is playing their character. Every now and then they snap out of the sunken place. You know, like Orlando Brown, Kanye West. And they don't only use it on music artists. They use it on government officials too. Kinda make you think who really running the world. Man, don't even know where he at right now. But of course they just blame it on health issues. And y'all think it's normal. Look at them folks in the back. They already know what's going on. They even use it with talk show hosts.
Our first caress.
Whoever got a large fan base, whoever could control masses, if you don't join them voluntarily, they'll just get inside you and make you do and say what they want to. Here he go again. He must be trying real hard to get out of that sunken place.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
News anchors, they can really tell us anything. Y'all need to wake up and realize what these folks doing. As long as they got control over us, our music, our entertainment, they gonna always win.
Check this video out because they just found the ancient remains of Noah and his family. Let's go ahead and play it.
They know to be Noah's ancient home. And the reason they know this is because there's a marker outside of these ruins. It's a giant stone with an inscription of a rainbow. Underneath the rainbow is a ship with animals coming off of it. And then there are 8 carved crosses representing 8 people that came off of the ark. And this was taken from a site that was a dug up grave at those ancient ruins of Noah's home.
And those are the finger bones.
That is one single finger, and this is a
Wow.
regular-sized woman's hand next to the finger, so that gives you an idea of how large that person's hand had to be.
Was this Mrs. Noah's finger?
It is believed that this was the grave of Mrs. Noah, and
Okay.
that is Mrs. Noah's finger.
And her name would have been Joan of Arc.
Right.
Yeah, okay. What is this bone here now? This is a thumb bone?
This is a thumb bone. Now, this is not connected to the Noah's Ark location. This was taken from another place in the Middle East, but that's an example. That's a real bone of how large somebody's thumb was, and you can see it in comparison next to Mary's thumb. It's a lot larger. This toe bone has been examined by multiple actual scientists. None of them are willing to come out and say publicly that this is a toe bone because of backlash from the community. But every one of them said undeniably 100% this is a human toe bone.
It's a toe bone.
But see, the guy would have to be 15 feet tall to have a toe.
He would. Yeah, and that's sitting in the palm of my hand. I have a pretty big hand, as you can see. That's in the palm of it. So that person would have to be easily 12 to 14 feet tall. And not only would their bones have to be longer, but they would have to be wider to sustain that much weight.
Sure, but it was a different world back then. We know there were giant reptiles.
Mhm.
We find the bones all over dinosaurs. They find fossil cockroaches 2 feet long. They find fossil dragonflies, 2-foot wingspan. Fossil grasshoppers 2 feet long. Why can they admit there was giant everything else and can't admit there were giant humans?
It would prove the scripture as a truth.
For the worst. Jimbo, why don't you assist Lunch Lady Doris in the kitchen?
It's hard for me to clean this giant pot when you keep spilling meat tenderizer all over me. Oh, great. Now I gotta work in the dark.
This sandwich tastes so young and impudent. Seymour, what's with the good grub?
Well, perhaps I ought to let you folks in on a secret. You remember me telling Jimbo Jones that I'd make something of him one day?
Are you saying you killed Jimbo, processed his carcass, and served him for lunch?
I wonder where Jimbo is today. He should have beaten us up for our lunch money an hour ago.
Oh, lunch lady, please do have another sloppy Jimbo. This is good night.
No, that's your third helping, young man. It's making you fat and soft and tender. You just cut in line, didn't you? Report to detention, Ooter.
For how long?
Oh, about 7 minutes a pound should do it.
Okay, I got your German grub right here.
Bart, does it strike you as odd that Uter disappeared and suddenly they're serving us this mysterious food called Uterbraten?
Oh, relax, kids. I've got a gut feeling Ooter's around here somewhere. After all, isn't there a little Ooter in all of us? In fact, you might even say we just ate Ooter and he's in our stomachs right now. Wait, scratch that one.
Mom, you've got to help. They're cooking kids in the school cafeteria.
Listen, kids, you're 8 and 10 years old now. I can't be fighting all your battles for you.
But Mom...
No buts. You march right back to that school, look them straight in the eye, and say, "Don't eat me."
Okay.